Hi, in this week's video, I'm going to show you how to get a personal best on the Peloton bike. I'll also show you how you can race me on any of my rides as well. Let's get cracking. So first off, I have a confession to make. Now, Peloton tread aside, it's been over a year since I got a personal best on a 20, 30 or 45-minute ride. In fact, it's been 16 months since I beat a PB, since I got a PB. Now, I have had quite a rough 10 months with my asthma, but that was then, this is now, and it's time to see if I can smash my 45-minute PB and get back on track, really, get to the top of where I was on my Peloton journey. Can the two strategies I'm going to show you also help you get a PB as well? Let's see. Now, for both strategies, it's important that you do a moderate warm-up ride. I would also recommend a fitness-focused meditation as well, just to get you in the right place here. For strategy one, which is the simplest, go to your home page here, and then you come down to the bottom right where you've got your personal records. Here are my records for 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes. So you just pick the PB you're going for, so in this case it's 20 minutes. You've got all your data here for the ride, and you view the class. You then start the class, and then you filter just me. So here you can see the 3 times and the days I took this class. So the 3rd of June 2020, the 16th of June 2020, and right now. And as the class progresses, you can see exactly where you were at this time in the ride last time. Remember, this is your PB, so you're racing against the best you. So the first time I took the class, I was here. The next time I was kind of keeping up just about. It's a tough class, this one. And here I am today. I'm not riding, I'm talking. So that's why I'm on 0. And because psychologically, emotionally and physically, you've already done this class. You've been here before, which means there aren't any surprises. And you can just stay with yourself, either just with yourself or slightly behind or slightly in front. And because nothing unexpected is going to happen in this class, you can make really good decisions about when you're going to push forward and actually beat your previous best, your previous personal best. Now, you don't have to beat it by a lot, you just have to beat it by 1. And that's what I kind of recommend for most people, is if you just beat your personal best by a little bit, you're then motivated to have another go and try and beat it again. If you smash it out of the water, which I'm about to try and do in strategy 2, it then kind of puts you off having another go at it. So have a go at this, race yourself, see how you get on, and let me know in the comments how it went. So this is strategy 2, which is slightly more complicated. So my 45-minute PB is 414 kilojoules over the 45-minute ride. I'm very pleased with that. I remember being very tired at the end or during a lot of it, and I kind of haven't really attempted it again because my memory of it is that it was so hard that I kind of settled for that 414 over the 45 minutes. However, today I'm going to go for 450. And why 450? Because my friend Russ, who I've talked about before in my videos, he's a middle-aged animal. He's just a powerhouse, and his PB over 45 minutes is 446. And every time I get a PB, he beats it. So now I'm going to try and beat Russ. So I'm going to try and go from 414 to 450, which is a big leap. And here's how I'm going to do it. Now, I'm not going to use strategy 1, which is to pick Russ's PB ride and then just ride with him or slightly behind or ahead and then find a way to take him out. The reason being is Russ starts quite slow and then his power just builds and builds and builds. And I don't have the stamina and the strength late on to compete with him. But what I can do is I can ride in bursts. And what I mean by that is I can do an interval type ride where I push, 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 rest, push, rest, push, rest. And I know from my 20 and 30-minute rides that I can push for 10 kilojoules in a minute. So I'm going to do 10 times 45, giving me 450. And then I can rest for the last few seconds of the minute. And then at the start of the next minute, so every minute on the minute, I'm going to push for 10 kilojoules and then rest. So depending on what your PB is, it might be lower, it might be higher. You need to do a little bit of maths. And if you're going to use this strategy, divide your total output by 45 and then work out what you need on each minute. At the start of each minute, I'm going to set the resistance to 70 and I'm going to aim for a cadence of between sort of 50 and 60, maybe around the 55 mark. That will give me an output of around 230 to 240, and then I can push as hard as I can, not as hard as I can, nearly as hard as I can, and then shut things right down when I hit 10 kilojoules, something like a 40 resistance and maybe a 90 cadence just to keep my legs spinning until I start again. Let's see how I get on. So I did it. Oh man, it was tough, but I did it. And the formula worked. To all my asthmatic friends out there, I'll hand back to Steve, who won't be sweating like this. And he'll probably have a microphone on. Now, if I'm completely honest, it's now the next day. I wasn't really in any sort of condition to film a video. I was very tired. I managed to give myself a little bit of a headache, but it was well worth it. I've got a massive sense of accomplishment. Let's look at the figures. So here's the stats. I came 20,000 out of 66,000, so top third, which I'm pleased with. I got a personal best, and then I rode with some friends as well. Now, my output, 451, so smashed it from 414, and I beat Ross. 15 miles nearly, 527 calories, total calories 604. So my average output was 167 watts, average cadence 70, average resistance 54, and nearly 20 miles an hour. Really good strive score as well. So you can see my heart rate here. So this is where I got tired. So this was quite hard, the first 15 minutes. The second 15 minutes was actually a lot easier, but yeah, it started to get a bit tough towards the end. And with my zones, I wouldn't normally do this in a ride, but far too long really in zone 5. These two bars ideally should be swapped over, where I'm in zone 4 more than zone 5. And you can see the output for this strategy and the cadence and resistance. So it's very much a push, then a rest, then a push, then a rest, and a push, then a rest. If you do go for this strategy, then just let me know in the comments. I'm keen to know how people get on using either of these strategies and if it helps you get a PB. If you'd like to do this ride with me, just go to my profile, Steaming Steve, and then just follow me. And then you'll see on the bottom of the screen here on the right-hand side, here's the ride. You just click on there, view the class, click start. And then when the ride starts, you just filter, and then you hit people I follow, and I'll be there waiting for you. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please hit the like button. I ask every week. And if you're not a subscriber, then please subscribe. It really helps the channel out. See you next week.